What's up, everyone? You're listening to The English Fix. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Emma. Today's episode is all about how to ask for a raise in English. The exact phrases that make salary conversations less awkward and more effective. Something I personally still struggle with sometimes. Yes. This is my biggest nightmare, Andrew. Honestly, I've been at my company for 2 years now, and I feel like I do a really good job. My performance reviews are always great. But when I think about actually asking my manager for more money, my mind just goes completely blank. I get this feeling in my stomach, and I just can't form the words.
That's so common, Emma. You are absolutely not alone. Most people don't realize that this isn't just an English problem, it's a human problem. Talking about money, especially your own salary, can feel really uncomfortable. It's like asking for a gift, even though it's your compensation for your hard work.
It really does. I keep thinking, what if they say no? Or, what if they think I'm greedy? And then I start translating phrases in my head, like, toi muốn tăng lương, directly into, I want more salary, which sounds so blunt, right? And then I just stop. I just never ask.
That's the trap. You're translating literally and also bringing in cultural nuances about discussing money, which can be different in Vietnam compared to English-speaking workplaces. The secret is, it's not about being blunt or greedy. It's about framing it as a professional discussion.
A professional discussion? But how? I remember once, my colleague, she's American, she just walked into the manager's office and a few weeks later, she got a raise. I was so shocked. I couldn't imagine doing that. I would need to practice for weeks, and still probably just freeze.
Let me tell you about that. What you saw was probably the asterisk outcome of a lot of preparation, not just a spontaneous request. Most people don't realize how much thought goes into those conversations. It's not just, can I have more money? It's a strategic conversation about your value.
Value? That sounds very businesslike. But I just feel like I'm asking for something personal. Like, please, I need more money to pay my rent. Which is true, but I can't say that, can I?
No, you absolutely cannot say that. Here's the thing. While your personal expenses are real, a company isn't going to give you a raise because you need to pay rent. They're going to give you a raise because you deserve it, because you bring value to the company, and because they want to keep you. The first mindset shift we need to make is to stop thinking of it as a personal plea and start thinking of it as a business conversation about your market value.
Okay, market value. That sounds very serious. But what does that even mean for me? I just do my job.
It means what you are worth to the company, and what other companies would pay for someone with your skills and experience. Think about it. If you left, would it be hard to replace you? Would it cost them money or time to train someone new? Your value isn't just about showing up, it's about your contributions, your skills, and your impact on the company's goals.
Oh, I see. So it's not like, I'm a good person, please give me money. It's more like, I do these specific things that help the company, and this is what that's worth. Is that right?
Exactly. You've got it. That's the core idea. Once you shift your mindset, the words start to come more easily. Because now you're not asking for a favor. You're discussing a fair exchange of value.
That's a big shift. My brain is already feeling a little less frozen just thinking about it that way. So, what are these specific things I should talk about? Because I feel like I do a lot, but how do I put it into words that sound professional?
That brings us to our second big fix. Preparation is absolutely key. You need data, not just feelings. Most people walk into these conversations feeling emotional. They feel they deserve a raise. But feelings aren't going to convince your manager. Data will.
Data? Like numbers? Oh no, I'm not good with numbers.
Not just numbers, but specific examples. You need to research market rates for your role in your industry. You can use websites like Glassdoor or LinkedIn Salary. And then, you need to list your achievements. Not just, I did my job well, but over the past year, I successfully managed Project X, which resulted in a 15% increase in customer satisfaction.
Wow, 15% increase in customer satisfaction. That's very specific. But what if my job doesn't have such clear numbers? I'm a content writer. How do I quantify my writing?
That's a great question, and it's something many people struggle with. Even as a content writer, you can quantify. Did your articles lead to more website traffic? Did they generate more leads for the sales team? Did positive feedback come in from customers because your content explains something clearly? You can say, my series of blog posts on topic increased organic search traffic by 20% over 6 months, or I developed a new content strategy that reduced customer support inquiries about product feature by 10%.
Oh, I never thought about it like that. I just thought I wrote good articles. But if I can connect it to traffic or customer questions, that's a number. It makes it sound so much more important.
It absolutely does. The language you use matters. Instead of, I wrote articles, try, I spearheaded the content creation for X project, or I optimized our existing content, leading to Y results. These are stronger, more active verbs that show leadership and impact.
Spearheaded. That's a good word. I feel like if I use words like that, my manager will take me more seriously. So, I need to list my achievements and try to put numbers on them. And research market rates.
Exactly. And don't just list them in your head. Write them down. Practice saying them out loud. This is where your English practice comes in. You need to be able to articulate your value clearly and confidently.
Okay, so I've done my homework. I have my list of achievements and market rates. Now what? Do I just walk in and say, I want a raise because I increased traffic by 20% and market rate is X?
Not quite. That's still a bit direct for the asterisk start of the conversation. This brings us to our third fix, the soft start and the clear ask. You want to set the stage professionally first, then make your request clearly.
Soft start. So, not just jumping into it. What does that sound like?
It's about scheduling the right meeting and opening the conversation gently. You don't want to spring it on your manager in the hallway. You want to request a dedicated time. For example, you could send an email or say something like, I'd appreciate the opportunity to discuss my career growth and compensation in more detail.
I'd appreciate the opportunity to discuss my career growth and compensation in more detail. That sounds very polite and professional. Not aggressive at all.
Exactly. Or, when would be a good time to schedule a meeting to talk about my future here at company name? This signals that it's an important conversation, and you're thinking long-term.
Okay, so I ask for the meeting using a soft start. Then, in the meeting, how'd I actually ask for the money? This is where I think I would really freeze.
This is the clear ask part. Once you've set the stage, once you've perhaps discussed your accomplishments and how much you enjoy working there, you need to state your request directly but professionally. You can say something like, based on my contributions over the past time period, particularly mention 1 to 2 key achievements, and considering the current market rates for someone with my experience and skills, I'd like to discuss an adjustment to my current salary.
Wow, that's a long sentence. Can we break that down a bit? I want to make sure I can say it.
Absolutely. Let's do a shadowing moment right here. I'll say the core of it slowly, and you repeat after me. And to all our listeners out there, you can repeat with Emma. Ready?
Ready.
I'd like to discuss.
I'd like to discuss.
An adjustment.
An adjustment.
To my current salary.
To my current salary.
Now, let's put it together. I'd like to discuss an adjustment to my current salary.
I'd like to discuss an adjustment to my current salary. Oh, that feels much better than, I want more money. It's professional.
Right? Adjustment sounds fair, not greedy. You're not demanding, you're discussing. Then, you can add your specific number. This is where your research comes in. You can say, I'm looking for a salary of X amount, or, my expectation for this role, given my contributions, is in the range of X to Y. Having a range can be good because it shows you're open to negotiation.
What if I don't have a specific number? What if I'm afraid to say a number that's too high or too low?
That's a valid concern. Most people don't realize that saying a number first can sometimes be an advantage, as it sets the anchor for the negotiation. But if you're truly unsure, you can pivot slightly. After saying you'd like to discuss an adjustment, you could say, I've reviewed market rates, and I'm confident that my contributions align with a higher compensation. What are your thoughts on my current compensation and growth opportunities within the company? This opens the door for them to suggest a number or discuss their budget.
That's clever. It puts the ball in their court a little bit, but still makes it clear what I want. So, what if they say no? Like, Emma, we appreciate your work, but we just don't have the budget right now. What do I say then? My brain would just stop working.
That's a very real possibility, and it brings us to our fourth point: handling objections and negotiation. Most people view a no as the end of the conversation, but it's often just the beginning of a negotiation. If they say there's no budget, you can respond with something like, I understand that budget constraints can be a challenge. Could you tell me more about the company's current compensation strategy and what it would take for me to reach that level of compensation in the future?
What it would take for me to reach that level of compensation in the future. That's brilliant. It turns a no into a not now, but how?
Exactly. You're showing you're a team player, you understand the company's limitations, but you're also staying firm on your value and your career progression. You're asking for a roadmap. Or, you could ask about other forms of compensation. If a salary adjustment isn't possible at this time, are there other ways we could discuss my compensation, such as a bonus structure, professional development opportunities, or additional benefits?
Oh, like training courses or maybe a better health plan? I never thought about asking for those instead of just money. That's a good backup plan.
It is. Remember, a raise isn't just about the number on your paycheck. It's about your overall compensation package and your career development. Sometimes, getting access to a high-level training course can be worth more than a small salary bump in the long run.
This is so much to think about. It's like a whole strategy, not just a simple question. I used to think it was just ask and get, or ask and know.
It's definitely a strategy. And the more you prepare, the more confident you'll feel, which will naturally improve your English delivery. Because you won't be translating word for word in your head. You'll be articulating well-thought-out points.
I can imagine that. If I knew exactly what I was going to say, and why, I wouldn't be so afraid of making a mistake with the grammar or the pronunciation. The content would be so strong that maybe they wouldn't even notice my accent.
That's the power of preparation. It builds confidence in your message, which then translates into confidence in your language. Let's do another shadowing moment, this time for that important question about the future. This is crucial if you get a not now.
Okay, I'm ready. This is a good one to practice.
What would it take?
What would it take?
For me to reach that level.
For me to reach that level.
Of compensation?
Of compensation?
Now, together. What would it take for me to reach that level of compensation?
What would it take for me to reach that level of compensation? That feels very empowering, actually. It's not giving up. It's asking for a path forward.
Exactly. It shows you're committed, you're proactive, and you're thinking about your long-term career with the company. And that's a very attractive quality for any employer. Remember, most people don't realize that asking for a raise, when done correctly, actually makes you look more professional, not less. It shows you understand your worth and you're invested in your career.
That's a huge shift in perspective for me. I always thought it was seen as being difficult or ungrateful. But you're saying it's actually a sign of professionalism.
It absolutely is. Think about it. If you never advocate for yourself, who will? A company expects you to manage your career. And part of managing your career is making sure you're compensated fairly for the value you bring.
Wow. This has been so helpful, Andrew. My brain is buzzing with all these new ideas. I feel like I have a plan now, not just a fear. So, if I had to pick just one thing to try from today, it would definitely be the preparation part. I need to sit down and list all my achievements, and really try to put numbers on them. And research those market rates. That feels like the first step to feeling confident enough to even ask for the meeting.
That's a fantastic choice, Emma. Starting with the data will give you such a strong foundation. And for all of you listening at home, your challenge for this week is similar. Identify one specific achievement from your current or past job, something you're proud of, and try to quantify its impact. How did it help your team or company? Even if it's not a direct number, think about the positive outcome. Did it save time? Improve a process? Make a customer happier?
Yes. Even if it's just one thing, it's a start. I'm going to try to do that this week. Maybe I'll even try to use some of those strong verbs you mentioned, like spearheaded or optimized.
I love that, Emma. You're already putting it into practice. So, to recap our big takeaways for today. First, shift your mindset from a personal plea to a professional discussion about your market value. Second, prepare with data, listing your quantifiable achievements and researching market rates. Third, use a soft start to schedule the meeting, and then make a clear, professional ask. And finally, be ready to handle objections by asking about future steps or alternative compensation.
It's all about being prepared and professional. That's the key. Thank you, Andrew. This has truly fixed my fear, or at least started to. Yes, let us know. We're all in this together. See you next time.
Bye for now. Alright, that's a wrap for today. Seriously though, which part of this felt most real to you?
Drop your answer in the comments. And if this helped you, like this video and subscribe. We post new episodes every single day.
This has been the English Fix. Thanks for listening. Keep practicing, keep pushing, and we'll see you in the next one.